So here we have a website built in Y code, of course, and if we scroll down, we see that there is a Q&A area here. If we click the questions, the answer toggles, and we can do this with every one of these questions. And I want to show you how to recreate this. So if we go into the canvas, here is the project for the website. Here is the frequent asked questions. And what we have here is an FAQ div area, and inside that we have a div called wrapper that is connected to, in the settings, to a collection that is called FAQ. And if we go to the CMS here, we see that collection over here. It has a name that is used for the question, and it's a text field, and there's a text area for the answer over here. And then in the workflows here, we have a global workflow that says basically that if you click the question div, the answer div is going to toggle. It's going to hide or unhide depending on if it's hidden or not. Now this is a global workflow because if we create a component of that whole thing we create, that whole div with all the questions, etc., then we can reuse that somewhere else and this workflow will still work. So let's go back to the canvas here, and here is the FAQ area, and you can see that it has been edited. I designed things like the arrow is, like, for example, the question layout here is flex, and it's aligned, justified, etc., etc. We have white colors. We have the spacing changed a little. Here's the spacing, it's 32 and 32. And then in the answer, we also have different spacing, -12, etc., etc. So I'm not going to be redoing all of these things to make it faster, to make the video go faster. I just added layer styles to each one of these so I can quickly design what I'm building. And of course, the answer here is hidden because that's what we're toggling and untoggling in the website itself. If I unhide it, you see the answer is here. So what I'm going to do now is close this up and hide this. And now I'm going to try to recreate what we just saw. So I'm going to click the FAQ area because I want to create a div right underneath it, right inside it. One div for the wrapper, one for the question, and another one for the answer. And I'm going to call this answer. There you go. And we're going to have a paragraph that's going to be for the answer. And let me actually call it answer 2 so things don't get complicated. And right away, I'm going to add the layer style. Here's the answer div. And for the paragraph, I'm going to use the answer text. There we go. And for the question div, I'm going to choose the question div style. I'm going to add some inline text that's going to be for the question itself, and I'm going to add an image. It's going to be an icon, the arrow down icon, and again I'm going to change the style to the arrow down style. We see it changed to white, and I'm going to do the same thing with the question. Okay, this layer, the question div is already done, but with the inline text, question text. There we go. And we're almost ready. So the div block here, I'm going to call it wrapper 2. And I'm going to also apply the style here, the wrapper style. And in the settings, I will connect it to a collection, the FAQ collection. There we go. And I'm going to connect all these things. The question to the name field, because that's where we had our question, and the answer to the answer field. There we go. And we are ready to go. Now, I'm also going to call these, I'm going to add an ID to the question I'm just going to call it Q2. And answer, I'm just going to call it A2. So it's answer to question 2. All right, now we need to hide the answers. We need to go to workflows and create a workflow for that new creation we just did. So we're going to click plus FAQ2. I'm going to hit enter. Now I'm going to hit click here to add an event. Elements, click an element. Which element should be clicked? Well, the question, the Q2, right? Question 2. What's going to happen when I click it? Well, we're going to have toggle show hide. And what is it going to show and hide? Well, the answer, right? There we go. Save changes. Now we're going to go back to the canvas. Make sure it's saved. And let's see if I did my job. All right, and here is the website. Now let's scroll down. And there we go. Now let's see if it works. And it works. There you go. This is how you can build a drop-down like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.